Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, and share the videos with your friends and loved ones. In today's video, we are going to look at the subject basic science, and our topic today is living and non-living things. Our subtopic is non-living things. Under this topic, we'll look at metals and non-metals. We'll also look at the properties of metals and non-metals. We'll look at the physical properties and the chemical properties. Then we'll look at the differences between metals and non-metals. We'll look at uses of metals and non-metals. So let's get started. What are non-living things? We said that non-living things are those things that do not have life in them or that have ceased to display the characteristics of living things. So under these non-living things, metals and non-metals are studied under metals and non-living things. So a non-living things is one that lacks or has stopped displaying the characteristics of life, like growth, reproduction, respiration, metabolism, and movements, etc. So they are also not capable of responding to stimulus or evolve and adapt to their environments. So they cease to display the characteristics of living things. They also do not require energy to continue existence. Examples of non-living things are rock, water, sun, moon, clouds. Man-made things like cars, buses, roads, and buildings are also non-living things. Okay, so metals and non-metals are terms used in chemistry when classifying the chemical elements. So on the basis of their properties, every element in the periodic table can be termed as either a metal or a non-metal. A few elements with intermediate properties are referred to as metalloids, which means they behave as metals as well as non-metals. Now, elements, we have already studied this in our previous week. Elements are pure substances which cannot be broken into two or more pure substances by any chemical means. So all the elements are arranged in a table in the form of rows and columns. This table is called a periodic table. As we see in our previous, as we saw in our previous study, that it was discovered by Dimitrij Mendeleev. He constructed the periodic table. So the first 20 elements of the periodic table are hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, sodium, magnesium, aluminum, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon, potassium, calcium. Sometimes people use acronym to remember the first 20 elements, and one of the acronyms that somebody formed many years ago was high Ellen. Little broken bottle can never overflow me. So mostly people suffer chlorine, argon, potassium, calcium. So with the acronym, he was able to recite the first 20 elements with some word that he will be able to remember them. So you can form your own acronym and you can decide to use mine. High Ellen, little broken bottle can never overflow me. So mostly people suffer chlorine, argon, potassium, calcium. Okay, now let's look at the metals. Metals. What are metals? Most of the elements found in the world are metals, with only 21 of the elements being non-metals. Now, gold, silver, copper, iron, tin, lead, zinc are some common metals. Metals are used to make many things like your utensils, and your wires, coins, the aircraft, jewelry, etc. Now, let's look at the non-metals. Non-metals can be solid, liquid, or gas. Oxygen, carbon, nitrogen, chlorine, bromine, iodine, and sulfur are some common non-metals. Pencil, lead, charcoal, and diamond are examples of things made of non-metals. Okay, now having seen the metals and the non-metals, let's move over to see the properties of these metals and non-metals. What will you see to identify this as either a metal or a non-metal? Metals can be distinguished from non-metals on the basis of their physical and as well as their chemical properties. Now, we are going to look at these physical properties of metals and the chemical properties of metals. Let's start with the physical properties of metals. Metals are malleable, whereas non-metals are non-malleable. Malleability is a property of certain elements by which they can be beaten into sheets. So the element which possess this property are malleable. For example, on hammering an iron nail, it got flattened but a piece of charcoal broke into smaller pieces. This shows that metals are malleable while non-metals are not. So the iron nail is metal while the charcoal is, is non-metal. Now, metals are ductile. The property of an element by which it could be drawn into wires is called ductility. And such elements are called ductile. Metals like aluminium and copper can be drawn into wires, but non-metals like coal and sulfur do not form wires. Now, the next one is that metals are good conductors of electricity, whereas non-metals are bad conductors of electricity. That is why the electrical wires are made up of copper, and to prevent shock, they are insulated with a coat of plastic. Okay, now let's look at the next one. Metals are good conductors of heat, whereas non-metals are bad conductors of heat. Metals are soronous, while non-metals are not. When metals are struck with some hard materials, they produce ringing sound. Those metals are soronous. So they make sound when they are striking. So metals are generally solid, while non-metals generally gases at room temperature. So metals are generally hard, while non-metals, being gaseous, are not hard. Non-metals are not hard. So although there are some few metals that defy these properties, metals like gold that exists in liquid state, and then non-metals like carbon that in the form of graphite exists, diamond exists as in a heart shape. So it's not all the metals that adhere to these properties. So metals generally have high melting and boiling point, while non-metals generally have melting and low melting and boiling points. So metals generally have high density while non-metals have low density. So all these are the properties that distinguish metals from non-metals. Metals are lustrous while non-metals are not. When metals are freshly cold, they have a brilliant shine over their hot surface. So this metallic shine is called luster. So these are the properties of metals that distinguish them from non-metals. So those elements which are generally solid, hard, lustrous, heavier than water, malleable, ductile, good conductors of heat and electricity, surroundings have high melting and boiling points, they are metals. On the other hand, elements which are generally brittle, solid or liquid or gases, not hard, non-lustrous, lighter than water, non-malleable, non-ductile, bad conductors of heat and electricity, non-soronous and have low melting and boiling point, they are non-metals. Now let's look at the chemical properties of metals and non-metals. We will not look at detailed explanation of the chemical reactions because we go into detailed explanation of that in JSS1, that is grade 10. So we'll just have a preliminary look at the properties, chemical properties of metals and non-metals. The first one is reaction with oxygen. This is sometimes called burning. Metals and non-metals both react with oxygen to form oxide. Metal oxide dissolve in water to form soluble hydroxide, commonly called alkalis. Alkalis are basic in nature and turn red litmus blue. On the other hand, oxide of non-metals are generally acidic in nature. They turn blue litmus red. Example, rusting of iron occurs because of formation of iron oxide. Most of the oxides of non-metals are acidic in nature. However, water, carbon dioxide, nitric acid, and nitrous oxide are neither acidic nor basic in nature. Such oxides are called neutral oxides. Now the next chemical properties of metals and non-metals is reaction with water. Some metals react with water to form either metal hydroxide or metal oxide, hydrogen and hydrogen gas, while others do not. However, non-metals do not react with water. Phosphorus is very reactive non-metal and catches fire if exposed to air. To prevent the contact of phosphorus with atmosphere oxygen, it is stored in water. Reaction with acid. Metals react with acid to form respective salts and hydrogen gas. The hydrogen gas bonds with epoxide, but non-metals generally do not react with acids. So these are the chemical properties of metals. We'll just look at a few of them. We'll go to chemistry in grade 10 JSS1. We'll look at detailed reactions of metals with a lot of chemical substances in our environment. Now we'll look at the differences between metals and non-metals. Now if in a tabular form we put property, then we put metals, then non-metals. Then let's look at the first one, the states. Metals are generally solid at room temperature, while non-metals are generally little solid or maybe liquid or gas. Now the second one is hardness. Metals are generally hard. Non-metals are generally not hard. The third one is luster. Metals have luster. Non-metals generally have no luster. The fourth one is density. Metals generally have a high density. Non-metals generally have low density. The fifth one is melting and boiling point. Metals in general have high melting and boiling points. Non-metals have low melting and boiling points. The sixth one is malleability. Metals are generally malleable while non-metals are not malleable. The seventh one is ductility. Metals are generally ductile and non-metals are non-ductile. The eighth one is conductivity. So that metals are generally good conductors of heat and electricity, while non-metals are generally bad conductors of heat and electricity. The ninth one is soronous. Metals are soronous, while non-metals are non-soronous. The 10th one is reaction with oxygen. Metals react with oxygen to form their oxide, which are basic. Non-metals react with oxygen to form their oxide, which are either acidic or neutral in nature. Then the 10th one is reaction with oxygen. Metals react with oxygen to form their oxide, which are basic. I've already said that. So now let's look at reaction with water. Metals react with water to form either hydroxide or oxide and hydrogen gas, while non-metals do not react with water. Then lastly, we look at reaction with acid. Metals generally react with acid and hydrogen gas. Now, metals generally react with acid and produce hydrogen gas, while non-metals do not react with acids. Now, let's look at uses of metals and non-metals. What do we use metals for and what do we use non-metals for? Let's start with uses of metals. Iron metal is used for making cooking vessels, water boilers, stove, tools, nails, bolts, electromagnets, bicycles, motorpad, etc. The second one is aluminium is used for making aircraft bodies and automobile engines. The third one is that copper and aluminium are used for making electric wires and cooking utensils. The fourth one is that gold and silver are widely used for making jewelry and coins. The fifth one is that mercury is used in making thermometers. You can, when you take a look at chemical thermometer, you will see the substance inside it. That's mercury. Now let's look at the uses of non-metals. The first one is phosphorus. Phosphorus is used in knife blocking industry and in the manufacture of fertilizers. Secondly, iodine is used as an antiseptic. You see people pouring iodine in honey to So oxygen is used for respiration by all living things and for the combustion of fuel. You can also see liquid oxygen in hospitals for people that cannot be able to respire properly. Sulfur is used for making firecrackers, gunpowders, and sulfuric acids. Then the next one, chlorine is used in purification of water. And lastly, carbon is the main element found in all living things. So evaluation. You can comment your answer below. Sort out the materials into metals and non-metals. Sort out the materials around you into metals and non-metals. Secondly, distinguish between metals and non-metals. Lastly, explain the uses of metals and non-metals. Now, in summary, metals are generally solid, hard, lustrous, malleable, ductile, good conductors of heat and electricity, ceramics, etc. Non-metals, on the other hand, are generally bleached to solid or liquid or gases, non-lustrous, non-malleable, non-ductile, bad conductors of heat and electricity, non-ceramics, and etc. So, assignments. I'm dropping this assignment. I'm going to check it in our first class. First, what are the differences between metals and non-metals? Secondly, state three properties each of metals and non-metals. Third, mention four uses each of metals and non-metals. Fifth, sort out the element given below as metals and non-metals. Carbon, iron, iodine, magnesium, sulfur, aluminium, copper, chlorine, oxygen, zinc, gold, bromine, and silver. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to this YouTube channel, like, comment, and share the channel with your friends and loved ones. Help this channel go viral so that we can get to our minimum requirement for the approval of our site. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.